All right, it's Thursday, which means it is time for Deviant Future. The art you see is from Hero Forge. And first, let's go around the table to talk to the players. Scarred.
Hi, I'm the Scarred Adventurer, also known as the Scarred Adventurer on all social media. That's really what I'm known as. If you know me in person, then you know my real name, and you might know my real name even if we don't know each other in person. I work on a project called Bravely Broken at Tangor Productions. I am super excited about it. There is a lot of stuff we're doing, and I am going crazy. Hello!
Yes.
Oh, I get to follow a Scard.
Yes.
So speaking of names, I'm Nick. I'm currently playing Sharon here, and I play Alexander Edward, depending on which one's alive at the moment. Actually, they're both the same character. Anyway, what is a name anyway? We make so many for these characters and campaigns, and I'm sure Sarah has even more. But anyway, I'm on the Discord where I just kind of exist, and that's about all I do right now.
Ruth.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Ruth. I play Jinx. And I made this book. It's for rolling dice. At some point, I think I'm gonna try commissioning them because these times are hard. More on that when I actually get to making the rest of the books.
Next person. Rory.
You're in charge. Yeah.
Hello. I'm Rory. I make music under the stage name DJ Raker mostly. I will put Spotify link in the chat in case anyone wants to listen to some nice electronic music of various genres. I'm attempting to start streaming. Schedule is a bit busy because of school, but I'll probably make announcements about it eventually on my own stuff. Here I play Grunk, and I'm here almost every Thursday, unless I have something going on, which isn't usually the case. He's a funny turtle. You will see more when the game starts.
Yeah. And Shadow.
Yeah, that leaves the best for last, I suppose, huh?
The one of us that is not trying to get everybody killed.
I'm not trying to get everybody killed. My actions lead that way.
That's because they
Jinx is trying to keep everyone alive.
So, hello everybody. I'm Shadow, also known as the True Shadowmancer. I play Woodja, and on every other Sunday, you can also find me here as Gerard Saint Germain in Gorgeous Theta. And on Tuesdays, I am Lester Moore, also known as Moses, in it's Honest John something or other. It's our Deadlands game.
The last hurrah of Honest John.
There we go. Thank you so much. The last hurrah of Honest John.
There's two other players, and I didn't know it all the way. I always forget it. And
Honest John, that damn bastard. I'm gonna kill him.
Yep. And also our producer tonight is Kara's. And honestly, she's awesome. So now I can put chat away.
Hey, bye, chat.
I can't see it now. So we'll start with Woodja. The last thing you know, you were about to step out of the forest when you stepped into another portal. This one brought you back to the library. As you arrive, Tamar looks back and goes, "Oh no. Is the large dragon not with you?"
Large dragon. You mean scales?
The blue one. I'm so sorry. I opened my portal at the wrong time, didn't I?
It depends. Who are you?
The librarian, Tamar.
I'm going to say yes, since there seems to be just one of me and you're expecting a dragon.
I was expecting your friend. I am sorry. He must have gone back to meet up with Ambrose. This does not happen often, and I am sorry. And she opens it back for you. If you want, you can go back with your group. I am most sorry. It has been a very arduous week, to say the least.
I imagine, but where am I going now?
I believe that your friends were headed to Neckmore.
Yeah, that's where I was supposed to be going the first time.
Of course, I am sorry.
Right.
I don't normally make mistakes like this. I'm very worried about Ambrose.
I don't blame you. But I can't make any promises standing here. So if you want to doodly do and
She already has the portals open and waiting for you to go through.
right, I'll just be going this way.
Again, I am most sorry. And the moment you step through and you're on the other side, she closes it.
They got to keep better track of those things. They're like landmines around here.
What you see, Woodja, is the foundation of a building and a single door standing in the location of where the other doors have been for the other labs. The tower itself is just gone.
I almost want to ask what they did. Well, let's go through the door. I got to find them.
It was Charon and Grunk with Morpheus, right?
The main room should just be Fenrir, because I
Oh,
think we're
that's
in a hallway.
right. Yes, because you guys are not in the vault. That's right. Woodja, as you step in, you see Volley asleep. Just out on the floor.
I get another one. Hey, you.
Oh, well, what happened? What happened?
I was going to ask you the same thing because you're out cold and I don't see anybody else.
Morpheus. We need to hurry. I don't know where they are. As he's like getting up and making sure like he's still fully human.
Well, hey, what are our options here?
Worst case scenario, everybody's asleep. Best case scenario, they're awake and not killing each other.
That would be standard for this particular group of individuals. So let's assume worst case, and which way did they go?
As you see, there is a very so again, just like the other locations, the floor is an L shape headed into metal doors. At the end of this hallway, you can see effectively a print of what looks like somebody has been thrown into the wall. It's shattered. There's very obvious blood on the floor leading into this other room.
All right. Signs indicate that they're fighting each other. Can't you sniff them out or something?
Yes, but... And he'll take a moment. They're in the other room along with... That can't be right. And he just starts walking.
Right. I'll pull out the crossbow because...
Yeah, let's be ready because this might get bad.
Well, to quote a certain duck, Let's get dangerous.
Grunk and Narfi, because I'm just carry on.
Just go for it. You're fine.
Yeah. Grunk and Volley finally walk in.
Would you, Volley?
Not would you.
Gotcha.
Would you and Volley? Brain. Too many names. Walk in. And would you, as you see when you walk in, the room is a mess. There are bodies strewn about of angels. The desk and chairs are thrown about. That looks like there was obviously a fight. And there's a very large print in the middle of where I will. What is your perception? Passive?
14.
Yeah, you know this. It's a snake. A very large snake print is in the room, snaking to a vault at the end with the door closed.
Looks like you started the party without me.
Oh, Jesus. Didn't see you
Okay.
come in there. We found the rest of the documents that were here. This is actually some pretty good stuff here. And like sits back down and goes back to reading.
I take it since you're sitting here reading, the snake trail into the vault's not important.
The others are dealing with it.
Okay.
That's why the door's closed.
Actually, no, Hadi insisted that he could handle it. Then there hasn't been the sounds of fighting yet, but it also sounds like things are getting worse.
Yeah, I haven't heard any screams of agony yet. So,
And
Widget, you just got here, right?
yeah,
Did you see any? Like, how close do you think the angels are?
what angels?
The ones that are marching town today.
Somebody from the library sent me here because they ported me to the library expecting a blue dragon and got me.
oh,
So they sent me here.
Okay.
The only angels I've seen are what you got scattered about the room here.
all right. So you didn't come on foot or nothing like that. Got it. Well,
Okay. Well, I mean, no matter
forgot
what,
that
we probably
was
don't have
today,
that much
actually.
time.
yeah, I probably should hurry up.
So let's crack open the vault and see how they're doing in there.
Yeah, all right.
Well, if we need to know how close they are, I mean, is there any way to the roof from here?
Don't think there's really much of a roof down here, or here at all, actually.
Well, yeah, I
There's-
saw this place has been leveled, but let's just I'll go out the front doors.
So you're just going back where you came.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then
Morpheus is
fly
just to be
up
like, okay.
fly up just high enough to see what we're looking for here.
What you see is a platoon getting ready. They're probably a couple of hours away from even marching.
Great. And how far out are they?
I want to say an hour, maybe two walk.
Got it. Trot my happy back in. Yeah, plenty of time.
Okay.
They don't even have their doilies on yet, so.
Okay. So how about we crack open the vault and see how they're doing? And then figure
Yeah.
out what we're going to do from there.
All right. Let's check in on the rest of them.
At least to make sure Jinx is still alive.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Hati and Jinx. You have the snake's attention. It's listening.
Good. Well, I'm going to start this off by letting you know that you're an idiot. I mean, look at what... You seem to be under this false impression you've suffered more than anyone else that's ever existed in this universe. And I am very sorry to say you are incredibly incorrect.
Hati, careful. I will send you away.
Oh, he's saying all this mentally.
Oh,
Worst part is you can't hear the insults he's slinging.
I will also say that while this is happening, that is when the door is opening while you're talking.
Look, I can only really use myself as an example. I can really only use myself as an example. But I mean, look at the people you've been traveling with. I mean, look, each and every single one of us, and he motions somehow in a large gesture to everyone, have been massively traumatized. You can see it on their face. They are hiding it so poorly.
So,
It's,
did you
so you
find
think you're a... Huh? So
Say
you
that
think being a
again?
giant... Sorry.
Say that again, would you?
did you find what we're looking for?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Jinx nods and
Look,
points to Grunk.
He like waves the big stack of papers. Yeah, you wanna take a look at these?
How about we not take a look at them here? And if there's nothing else we need to deal with here, we make ourselves scarce before the 100 or so angels that are currently putting all their I's and their T's together decide they're done organizing their doilies and decide to march this way.
Yeah, all right. Well, the thing is, we got. He'll just gesture to the same. We got still S1 to deal with.
And I'm dealing with it. Just, this is either going to go really well or really badly. I don't know how it's going to go.
What are we dealing with?
The giant snake called Jormungandr.
What you see inside is a very large, obviously very angry
Well,
snake. It is what you see is it looks black, but the closer you look onto it, the black is dancing in the scales, covering a white color, a whitish blue.
Well, feed it a mouse, let it go to sleep.
Doesn't work like that. It's kind of my aunt.
I'm sorry, what was the insight for?
that is me seeing if I think that Hati is handling it well, and I somehow crit failed that. So he's handling it masterfully, even though she's
Yes.
like ticked off for some reason and only getting more angry, and I can't seem to figure out why insults aren't helping.
Can I do the same?
Yes, you can.
Because she's been observing this entire situation.
Mm-hmm. Hati, go ahead and sorry.
By the way, you were made into a monster. I was born one. You've hidden what you are. I have never gotten that option. And also you being made into the monster, especially if
22.
it was to help protect you, didn't
This is
work.
not going well.
And I'm very aware that this didn't work because I am what's left of my people.
Hati, you're just making it worse.
Yeah, it gets worse before it gets better. Stop interrupting.
I would rather not die, thank you.
And then leave the room. It's fine.
Grunk, what do we need the snake for? Are they on our side or the other side?
If you want me to, I can explain in the other room.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit confused, but yeah,
It's
you
a
probably got a better
slightly personal
background
matter.
and knowledge. Yeah,
Man, I had
that's a
this
good point.
giant emotional speech and it's just been torn down.
You
Right.
can keep.
And he's just like sitting there, kind of just waiting for this conversation to end. Paw on his head, just we'll get back there.
Family drama. Yeah, do what you need to do.
Go. Jinx kind of just whispers, go.
So just let me know when we can we pick up and like the whole thing's cleared.
Just keep in mind you're on a clock.
Yeah, I got that. 2 minutes. That's all I should need.
Right, you got 2 minutes, then coming back in here and dragging your ass out. All right,
Yeah, that's probably the smart thing.
we'll trip our way out.
Yeah, Morpheus this time is leaving the door open upon seeing an angrier snake now.
I watched everyone I loved and care about die, including you. There's nothing left of us. I left my universe. I made a deal, dooming what was left to nothing. And now I'm here alone. My father looks at me like I'm a stranger. I have nothing but the hate that burns within. And normally I would care less about you and everything about this, but your family. Even if you're not my family, you're his family. And he gestures towards where he's imagining Fenrir is. You're their family. You're one of us. And I will raze this world to the ground before I let any of us be hurt by those seeking to control us ever again. You seem to think you're alone, and you keep trying to push people away. It's not working, and it never will. No one is born into this universe. No one asks to be made. So shape up. Stop pitying yourself. It's helping nothing.
And she's not going to do the hiding behind them not being able to hear. She'll make sure she's heard. Pity? You think I pity?
Yourself, yes.
What I do, I don't pity. And slowly you can hear the sound of bones breaking. I don't pity myself. I pity the world. I pity the world that it brought me into it because I know what I'm supposed to do.
I'm not hearing a lot of distinction.
And you finally see her, she finally ends up back in the state that you've seen her. I don't pity the world, or I don't pity myself. The world, though, it shouldn't have allowed for me to lose my memories. It shouldn't have allowed for me to become someone who was angry and hateful and wanted to burn it to the ground.
That's all I am. I've never been allowed anything else. I don't pity the world, though. I seek to tell it to go fuck itself. I refuse to be what they want me to be anymore. You should too.
Ollie actually has quite a bit to learn from you.
Yeah, everyone does. I'm very intelligent. And he says this with a bit of a cockiness.
And openly, so everyone can hear. Yeah, and you're a bit of an asshole, too.
Oh, I ensure that. That is part of my charm.
As she walks past you and out. And the last bit, this will be telepathic to you. But next time, why don't you learn a little bit more about my story before you think you know it?
Learn everyone else's story before you think you're better than them.
I'm not
And
better.
Debatable. And he shifts back, the cracking and breaking.
Trust me, if they actually knew me,
They'd still call you family.
they'd still call me monster.
They'd still call you family. I
And
came
she-
from a family of monsters. Shut up about that.
And as
And
she
he-
walks past
and-
you, you get what she does is a playful like punch to the side.
Okay, I seem to be breaking through a bit. Hooray me.
As
Is that said out loud?
Oh,
Is
that
that
last
said
bit
out
is
loud?
it's the shifting is said out loud, yeah.
yeah,
So
so you all hear the shifting twice.
I just meant like the last little bit of what Hati said.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Jinx is gonna exit the room and like give him a playful push as well. Because she could have died.
I mean, I'd give you
She's
a
just
playful
like,
push
I'm
too,
glad.
but I am also very stronger than I'd like to be. But yeah, no.
I have a 19 strength.
Depending on
You're
which form I'm
probably
in, I
stronger,
go
but-
16 to 20.
Oh.
So out walks for you guys is Adele. Just very quietly. Well, this is awkward.
Nah, you got more important things to think about than whatever you guys were talking about. Honestly,
Yeah,
It's
the
not a
trauma drama is done. Shall we get these out of here and get a move on?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great. I mean, well, I'd
Yeah.
love to kill a bunch of people, and I really need to sometime.
it's definitely a
Oh,
couple
not
more
bad.
angels than we'd be able to handle. I think so.
Yeah, it's not always the best move, especially
Yeah.
considering these guys look like. And he just pushes one over with his foot, like low-level grunts of nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of what they are. These actually roll me Arcana with when you roll them over.
Okay,
So, this is your handiwork, is it not?
that should be a 20, 30.
So you know from looking, this was not originally an angel. This was some poor something else that got turned, purged, changed, and forced to fight. The magic is still basically coming off of them.
Pity not the dead, for they are the lucky ones. We should go.
I
These
have
aren't
to deal with
actually
them.
angels.
I don't pity the dead, though. Anyway,
Alright. Well, what's our next stop then? Where do we go now?
First of all, how are we getting out of here? Are we walking the
And-
opposite direction or
We
I mean,
what head to Scorchville next, right?
That was what I remember. Is
I believe
Scorch.
so.
yeah, I guess so. I guess that's the last one, huh?
wait, assuming there's nothing else we need to be getting.
Hopefully
I mean, unless they got more hidden papers somewhere, I doubt it.
Yeah,
I
we,
mean-
have, we have to deal with the fact that there's an army between us and Scorchville.
We should be able to sneak around. It seems they're more to the south, and we're going west.
They're
But
aiming
also,
for the city
there's
anyway.
There's another way to do this. Hey, dream idiot!
Morpheus. What?
Yeah, what's the most efficient and quietest way to get out of here and
Oh.
towards Scorchville?
Scorchville, you have to go through. What are they calling that town now? I don't know. A couple of different others have taken over. Sometimes it's the court that has taken over the next town, but it's a lot of infighting in the next town.
Okay, that sounds like something we can take advantage of.
And then there's Kiers, which is the dragon town. I think Tiamat still runs there. And then you have the town that's blocking the bridge.
Okay.
Why can't we just go across the river?
I don't know. I know the bridge is supposed to be safer.
Well,
Yeah,
we
we'll
have.
boatman with us.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
only have a boat.
And then it should be Scorchville.
All right. Well, we should probably leave here. And you, he turns directly to the dream idiot.
That's the name of this poor character.
I'm very aware that it's Morpheus, but it's dream idiot Tahati. You should get out of here. You know, I'd go this direction. And he points towards the library. You know, there's some nice people there that won't try to kill you, and you won't have to try and kill them. And, you know, hopefully, we can see each other again and make use of one another.
Okay. I could also go stay with Hades and Persephone if that would be better.
Probably safer to go this way.
Okay.
And
I don't think
what direction
we're
would they
on
be?
great relation with the rest of the Greeks.
Oh, Hades likes me well enough.
Yeah, but still, I'd recommend the library.
Okay. Oh,
Right
they
back.
you asked where Hades and Persephone live, right?
Yes.
I did not, but I am now.
Oh, no,
Sorry,
your
but someone else
friend did.
did because I am too self-centered.
They live by Darkborough in the wood there.
Yeah, library is probably a little safer. Oh wait, no, Darkborough. Oh yeah, no.
I mean, Darkborough is just a sea of, well, dried husks. And Poseidon.
I didn't know that Poseidon had left Olympus.
Well, they're. And then Hati turns to Grunk, Wujia, and Karan. What's a polite term for absolute fuckwit?
He's a child he wouldn't understand.
Yeah, sure. And I turn and
I mean, it's
relay
also
that.
Zeus you're talking about. So, you know, the children are foreign many. Does he have any legitimate children? I don't know.
I mean, 3 that I'm aware of.
I think that's it.
I mean, there's Ares, there's the Rainbow Girl, and there's another one I can't remember.
You can't even remember the legitimate child, and you can remember like a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, well, a lot of the other ones aren't the ones making the. Yeah, well, the legitimate ones aren't the ones usually making the news.
Anyway. So you're not going to tell Morpheus to grow up?
He's an idiot right now. I don't think growing up's going to be helping him out a lot. He'll do enough of that on his own. Besides, if he
So-
gets too smart and he starts realizing what the world's like and decides not to be of use in the developmental stage of what we're going through, of what he's going through, then he might turn into a problem. So yeah, no, I'm thinking he stays this way.
I was going to suggest, you know, maybe he see if he can save anybody in the town that's about to have angels overrun it. But, you know, that's up
Is
to
there
you.
anyone in the town?
People who like do stuff at night.
Oh right.
Yeah, so we actually haven't been out here at night, have we?
No.
Oh, probably not
Right,
much
we
time
made-
for
we
that.
No,
made-
as the sun was setting, Woodja walked in.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. We can leave in the cover of dark.
Yeah. Should we deal with the people here? I don't care enough about them. I mean, I understand the concept of being good, but it's just not really a concept that means much to me.
Problem is we're not equipped to fight. Well, we're equipped for a fight, but not that fight.
We also
No.
can't afford to lose anybody.
Yeah, I say we send the dream idiot to safety and try to let people know on our way out
The
to leave.
people here don't normally wake up until the sun is fully down.
So what if you sent them a dream that there's a bunch of angels about to kill the town?
Would
Oh,
be-
that might work.
Yeah.
I did not think
This
of
is what I love about having a smart uncle.
And he walks out, and you watch him sit for a moment, and then he himself disappears. You kind of hear the rest of the town start to wake up as people start to leave their homes, and what seems to be in a fashion that is much quicker because they're leaving in their night robes and pajamas.
And a few people that I can definitely see is doing some walks of shame because it's the same outfit that I'm pretty sure they wore last night. But just
So
So-
West will go.
All right. Oh, do we just try to blend in with the crowds and then splinter off once we find a safe path?
Well, it depends which way the crowd's going.
Yeah, that's a good
They're-
point, actually.
They're going to both exits. There's
Yeah.
technically 3 exits, the one to the south. They're all avoiding.
so
Well,
I think we should go west.
Yeah. Westward ho. And also, as far as getting into town is concerned, we have a whole bunch of basically the refugees from a different town. So getting in might be a little bit easier.
Yeah. Yeah, let's. If no one objects, we should start moving now.
Yeah, all right, I'd say so.
I pay
Yeah.
attention to Adele to make sure she's following as opposed to trying to stick around.
Roll me, I don't know. Would insight work or no,
I'm gonna use-
investigation? I guess.
Oh,
Is that right or no?
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
And
23.
I was going to argue it's more like perception for noticing, but I'll give you investigation.
Well, we're investigating the crowd.
It's a 14. I mean,
Aussies.
also, I'm kind of like doing the okay. I know this person likes to disappear, especially when there's a fight. So, where are they?
Okay. So how are you guys walking? Let me ask.
Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, right foot.
Kind of not
Order.
I would be putting it all together, putting us all together. I would be putting us kind of mingled in among the refugees.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like
Jinx would be
within like shouting distance of each other, probably.
Yeah.
Jinx would be walking towards the back.
So yeah, Volley's
So she
trying
has
to catch
eyes
up
on
with
everyone.
Hati. Huh?
So she has eyes on everyone.
Yeah. Or Volley's trying to catch up with Narfi to talk to him. So guess let me roll this. Let me be fair. Yeah, actually. Oh, I rolled the wrong thing. Yay. Yep. I'll take the first one because it's better for story. She's trying to escape.
Yeah, Hati is walking directly up towards her, basically grabbing her by the back of the collar and going, "No, you're sticking with us."
Because the second roll I got was a 33.
Yeah, no, I'm pleased by the first roll.
I mean, kind of seeing the movement of Hadi at the very least. Kind of going over and doing the. It's really I like what your style is, but
I think we should wait until our GM finally stops being frozen.
aha.
Yep, I knew it. Okay, because y'all froze for me. I was like,
Somebody
yep.
cast stun. Why? Why you do this?
So, yes, as you two both walk up to her, and Hati, since you are taller, you probably can just like pick her up by her jacket.
Yeah.
And effectively what you're gonna get is absolutely not put me down.
Nope.
I can
No,
take care of
no,
myself.
I don't like being the nephew and the adult in the situation. I don't like being both those things. I like being I like being maybe one of them, but I don't like either. Still, you're coming with.
Hmm.
And you know they were bait, right?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
You know the people in the tower had to have been bait, right?
I didn't think about that.
Well, of course you didn't. You're letting your hatred blind you. My hatred makes me see clearer. Let's do this.
And this is why I had to drag both of you out of a vault. Okay, yes, you came out willingly, but I was 2 minutes from walking in there and trying to drag both of you out.
And look, I only needed the 2 minutes to begin with, so why didn't anyone give it to me? I'm just saying.
You're only making her more mad. I mean, I'm really glad she got over it somehow, but
Yeah, no, I did
was
my job. I know what I'm doing.
Honestly, it was just more hilarious to hear a child say that he thinks he knows me.
I mean,
Oh,
I thought I
it
was
was
going to have
hilarious.
to do the whole sister speech, to be honest.
Oh, it's hilarious to think that you know better than everyone else.
Do you even know how old I am?
I don't care. Do you know how old I am?
Younger
my
than I
gosh.
am?
Ah, no, that doesn't guarantee, because I'm from a universe that's several that could be millennia ahead of yours, and I'm not giving that away. No. So shut
Oh
up.
my gosh. First it's body count, now it's years.
Hey, the three of you want to save it until we're past the angels?
We're
I
not
mean,
walking
yeah, that
towards
makes
them,
sense.
but okay.
Put me down.
No, you'll just try to run away again.
I don't think you want the alternative.
Fine. And she just crosses her arms and lets you carry her now. Because she's
Yeah.
Need I remind you, Ice Queen, we're in this because of you. So if you want to go traipsing off, think about everything we've been through for you and because of you.
that's what you're getting is a low growl from her now.
Oh, it's angry kitten time. Oh, anyway, what do you know of the next town over?
It's effectively a catch-all. From my understanding, this is where a lot of other deities ended up. Effectively because they really didn't like what their leaders were doing.
Oh, great. You might be able to reason with them.
Or have to deal with minor issues?
Yeah,
Minor being major. Like family bull.
yeah, I'm still gonna put money on we can get them onto our side as opposed to that, because if they're tired of their family's crap, then whoa, look out.
Well, what if
Because,
we just
man,
pass
do
through
we
the
hate the
town?
rest of their families.
What about families? Anyways,
So as you all are walking with this large group, you can kind of hear the murmurs of people talking about a weird dream they had that scared them so much that they're awake and walking. While behind you, what you hear start are screams and spells starting to be fired off.
Like behind us in the town or behind
Yeah.
us?
Behind you in the town.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep with the crowd and keep moving.
People start to run in a panic.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then we continue running westward.
Yep.
Because the next town isn't that far from you guys. It's not even a day's walk.
Yeah, well,
This
we better
is-
get there soon. My arm's getting tired.
No, she'll make herself heavier just to piss you off.
Oh, then he will drag. Doesn't matter.
And as you get there, even there are two deities out front welcoming people in.
Are
Which ones?
There
Or at
is
least what pantheon?
one is Grecian, the other is Egyptian.
which one?
Which is the Greek one?
The one on the right is the Grecian, welcoming people in and very kindly trying to usher them in and get them into the town as fast as possible. The other one is the Egyptian.
Which Egyptian?
I'm trying. Let me
Also
pull up my
male
notes.
or female?
I forgot to pull up my notes. Give me a second.
Okay. I'll see.
In fact, at this point, I'm certain Hati is just carrying Adele by an ankle.
See, do I remember who this person is? Nope.
Now, is it
See,
Too many.
dragging her by an ankle or like holding her upside down by the ankle?
Oh, she's heavy enough that it's just a grab around the ankle and just drag. She's gonna have a lot of
I'm-
gravel in her hair.
I'm picturing in attempts to quicken the speed, the Egyptian's like, "Hey Siri, play Walk Like an
No,
Egyptian."
don't you
Why
dare.
are you like
Stop it. Why would you do this?
No. Pause in the living room? No, why do I pause in the living room? You. I'm sorry to my family for whatever you're watching. My players decided to really mess this up.
Only one of them.
I mean, it is one of us specifically, and they are in red evil light. No, now they're back in blue. Red evil light.
So,
Talking about, I didn't do anything.
I mean, yes, I know you just did what chat willed, but you know, you have
Wait,
to have some
what?
restraint. Don't worry about it.
No, you do not get to check chat.
okay.
I haven't even been checking chat.
Okay.
'Cause my phone's gonna die.
So with a 9, I'll actually give you this. The Grecian is Persephone.
I'm not
Oh,
worried about the Grecian. I'm worried about the Egyptian.
The Egyptian is Hathor.
Okay.
I may have to talk to
So-
this one. Oh boy.
So they're just ushering people in as quickly as possible, trying to like get them away from what is happening. Because as you all are running in, there are more coming for you guys. They're trying to effectively cast a net and pull as many people back as they can.
All right. Adele, make yourself not as heavy. I can only move it half.
She would have done this. She stands up because you hadn't been dragging her at all. She just made herself heavier. And yes, you were dragging
I've been
her by
dragging
the
her enough.
ankle, but she's been effectively levitating it and just making herself heavier and heavier just to piss you. Because yes, she is this petty.
I'm going to put this as simply to you as I can, Princess. We're trying to help, and they're hauling people back in. So
That's
you can.
why I'm not being as petty anymore.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Good. And pretty much Hati tries to grab everyone up or gather everyone together in such a way you can just take off.
Angst is just sprinting.
Because in this form, he has a 40 in speed.
Only?
In the other one, he's got 50.
Okay.
And he thinks a giant wolf hauling ass into town may seem a little threatening.
I know you're not meaning to, but roll intimidation.
3!
Answer. Okay. Yeah. So as you're running in, you hear from the female on the right, who, as you get closer, she is about 5'4", 5'5", with pink hair that is very short, very bubbly. And she herself is kind of rotund. As would be described, she is a Southern woman who is very proud of her cooking. If you know, you know. And so as you run in, "Hi there, Fenrir," is what you hear.
I do not look that much like my father. Okay, never mind. He just keeps walking.
We're effectively a streak, so
Yeah,
not
that's what
bad.
she's getting. It's just a streak of white going by. And as she does, as you all do, and they get the last few people in before the net lands, they slam the doors behind you. I'm real sorry for, and they're just addressing the crowd at this point. I'm real sorry that happened. We had tried to get your all's attention earlier, and we were hoping that just maybe we would be able to help you all, but I'm glad at least some of you survived. Looks like the rest of y'all went on to Asgard, which they're not too bad. And the crowd at this point begins to disperse to get aid for those that need it, food, clothing, whatever they may need from the effectively what has become now a refugee town.
Have time to stay. We need to keep going.
Yeah, I agree. But how are we on supplies?
You guys
I'm good.
probably have enough for about 2 days travel, I would say, for how long you've been out.
I hate to say this, but it wouldn't hurt to resupply.
Well, gather what you need.
And walking up to you is Persephone. She waves Hawthorne on to take care of what she does, and so she's walking up to you all. Well, hello there, you all. I'm sorry. I know you, Fenrir. I don't know the other members of your.
My queen?
You, my friend, and she just kind of rushes up and gives you a really big hug. I haven't seen you in such a long time. How are you, darling?
No response.
Of course. You don't need to be formal with me. We've been friends for a real long time, y'all. And who are your friends?
I'm Jinx.
Nice to meet you.
You as well?
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Grunk.
Oh, sorry. I actually didn't introduce myself to y'all. I'm Persephone, Queen of the Underworld.
Jinx would
Ooh.
know about her at least.
About, yes, and you would also know that that at one point they would have been in charge on a pre-veil drop. Because Ed would have told you.
Yeah.
And who's your friends? Looking to both Woodja and to Hati. And to Volley and to Adele. Yeah.
Hati.
Since the boatman's not speaking up, I'm with you.
Well, it's real nice to meet y'all. If you need anything, there's a couple of different stalls around here. I know Aphrodite is taking care of making sure that like cuts are cleaned and all of that stuff. We got my
With all due respect, ma'am, we do need to get supplies and get to the next town.
All right, where are y'all headed?
We're heading to
West.
Scorchville.
Oh, you do know the road's blocked up ahead, right?
We'll figure out a way.
Them
Very
some,
important business.
Them some real nasty mean people up there.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, there's some really nasty, mean people east as well.
Yeah, it seems like every day that the war's getting worse.
And basically, we need to get there before they get there.
All right. Maybe we might be able to help y'all get there. I know that we had like a one of these things that y'all use to get around. Here.
Well, I like to call them feet.
I was
Pause.
legs.
It's and she starts drawing like a circle.
A wheel?
Ah, yes, the wheel.
Y'all don't need
Pictionary.
to be smart asses here.
No, I'm genuinely just trying to figure it out. I'm sorry.
I'm being
Talking
a
about a
smartass.
teleportation circle.
Yes, one of them.
Oh, that's genius. Thanks.
The people who can't use portals use them. We don't really use ours anymore because like you kind of have us here, but we're all really busy at the moment and it's only getting worse.
Yeah, just to get something straight, I'm the smartass. They're not bright.
Yeah, I'm kind of the smartass too.
All right.
I'm not competing. And Hati looks directly at Woodja going, I'm not,
There's no
if you want the title, it's your title.
All right then. Let's we'll get you some supplies and maybe, just maybe, if this teleportation circle still works, we can get you closer.
Thank you.
That'd be pretty handy. Save us a bit of walking and I mean, depending on how good it works, might even be able to get us past those bastards blocking the road up there.
Yeah, what I'm not hearing though is what this is going to cost.
Cost?
What do you want from us?
That's really not my department. That's my husband's.
Yeah.
But since you do have a friend with you, and look straight at Karan, he might be willing to do this for free. You know, as a favor.
So I'm taking the cost. Got it.
That's a switch.
You know,
Don't
it could
think of it
be
like that.
could be anything. Sometimes it's just us needing to get an item. Sometimes it's a a night of intimacy. He just kind of nudges Karan forward.
I'm married.
Oh, thank God.
I work for your husband.
Boy, I think you need some therapy.
Oh, so much. So much, but there isn't the time.
Don't we all know it? And she'll start walking you all through the streets and through what were storefronts and businesses that have now become refugee housing effectively.
Max kind of just pipes up and goes, also no one that qualified. With a small grin.
That's going over my head. Okay. So as you walk through, you see people of all or entities of all sorts here in differing degrees of, I'll say, aliveness. You can see that some of these people are just waking up after being purged and told that they were angels to fight, and now they're just waking up to the, oh shit, I'm not an angel and I've been fighting and I don't remember the last however long. To families that have been separated and that have put up missing posters onto, as you pass by, a wall of have you seen this being, with different photos of people that have gone missing in different notes.
We're definitely getting asked for a favor.
You think?
No.
I'm not helping find any kid.
What
Some of
gave
them
you
might
that
be
idea?
better off not at home.
As you get further in to the city, it's been also, I want to say, kind of covered by people putting up tarps to either for them to block the sunlight because they're a vampire or whatever, but different ways to distract the angels as it becomes darker and darker the further you go in, until you get to a building that is small, square, and for anyone else would look like the entrance to a nightclub.
Now this I
As-
can get behind.
Yeah.
As she opens the door, it's silent, like a tomb in there.
Oh.
And as you walk in, there's a flight of stairs headed down. But you can see within 1 or 2 steps that this is a dance floor with a table of a couple of different entities standing there. Karan, you notice one of them as Hades. And he's standing up front. A taller gentleman with scars visibly from his face all the way through. And you can see they go down his body to a button shirt with tie, no jacket. And his sleeves are rolled up, he looks flustered at the moment.
Egyptian?
The main gentleman there, no, is Hades. You don't see any Egyptian deities there.
Okay. There goes my guess.
So.
Do we introduce or do we let you introduce?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think about that. Darling. She pipes up. Karen, Karen, I'm sorry, sweetie. Karen came home and he brought some friends on. Friends with him. He looks up. And you see him wanting to go to Karen. You see him wanting to go to you and like just give you a hug and be like, hi. And then he goes, oh, wait, there's other people here. I have to be professional.
So it's funny, almost with that same, it's like basically a half bow out of like Terran. It's kind of the, there's not usually
Yeah.
people for this, but whatever.
Like, what do we do? And you see him unroll his sleeves, put them back, like make sure that he looks as neat as possible. I'm sorry. I have been flustered with everything that's going on.
Put yourself together for us.
My name is, well, you can call me Hades. Previous ruler and king of the underworld.
Sorry to hear about you losing that position.
I'm fighting the urge to say something real sarcastic.
It was a long time ago.
Mhm.
Jinx is
Yeah.
trying to figure out if she
Yes.
should say anything.
Yes, your employer is the one they did take over, so you're fine.
Yeah. All right. Why are you all here? Do you need supplies? Take supplies if need be. We are
Supplies and transport, if possible.
the
I mean, if
only
you have
two
any leads, that'll be helpful as well, but
leads for
we might be trying to deal with the issue of the heavens a little bit.
and you see him immediately deflate.
Yeah.
If they were any more bothersome, I don't know what I would do.
I found them at like the town north of Darkborough.
Well, bothersome is a pretty tame word for those guys, eh?
I wish not to be rude.
I mean, go ahead. I mean, fuck, man.
Be as blunt as you need.
Looks to check if Persephone is listening. Sees that she isn't, that she's gone off to do something else. I can't deal with these fuckers anymore.
Oh, yeah, you're telling us, huh?
The fact that they have found a way to replenish their forces while we can't.
Yeah, that's a pretty cheap strategy they got there. Why? I mean, I get there isn't exactly rules for warfare, but like still,
I
there
mean,
should definitely be something against that bullshit.
for rules to warfare to exist, there need to be a third, more powerful party in order to enact said rule set.
Yeah, I'm kind of missing that now.
Like the ones that make the rules are almost like the ones that are in charge of the army.
Or refuse to do anything. Fucking
Yeah, or that.
worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
rip out their entrails and just smear doors with them.
He could literally be helping. He could literally be doing any. It's family.
Oh
should
yeah, no,
not
I almost got into a fist fight with him. It was wonderful.
You've been to Olympus.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah,
Not
we ended the
recently.
party.
Yeah.
How did you all end the party? And he's
Oh,
saying
I
this
got
with
real
a
up in his
smile.
face.
Oh yeah, I kind of just told him to stop and to grow up a little bit. And then when he told us to get the fuck out of there, we just made it rain. We just actually made rain on his party. That was fun.
Yeah. I made thunder sound effects with no lightning just to rub it in a bit. It's wonderful.
I missed all of that.
Oh yeah, it was wonderful, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I also
will...
got to kill a drunk person just right off the bat. Speaking of which, you don't have any regular people or just, people that you don't need anymore that I can just, just twist the heads off of. I really need to kill something.
Yeah, he's kind of unhinged.
Not just the unhinged. It's I have a bloodlust that if I don't, my condition gets worse.
I mean,
I get
everyone
it.
here is a refugee. They're all innocents. Servants, basically.
Do you have any people that are almost about to die that I could just, help them get to that last step?
There are
certain
a
they're-
few in the med tent.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you'll excuse me, and just walks off.
There are no suspected double agents that you could have sent Hati to go say hi to.
Double agents? You
I mean,
believe that someone would.
you do know that they
They're-
we fight definitely want information, including inside of here.
And he'll look back. Sir, who wanted to kill someone because you didn't give me your name.
Yeah. No, my hearing's good. I'm coming back.
We have a couple that have been acting suspicious. Different. But
Cool. Names and addresses, and he just pulls out a little notebook.
you don't need addresses. They're here. They're further down. Room. I want to say 4A and 2B.
4A and 2B, not 2B, is the question. That's only for me. Okay.
They were off for a while and then came back and were different. We've put them down there to just kind of sit.
Cool. Do you want me to get anything out of them beforehand, or can I just,
If they're truly purged, they will know nothing.
Oh, cool. Then no. And as he smiles, wolf teeth are there as opposed to his teeth.
A destroyer. Interesting. And looks to the group. How did you tame him?
Who's it?
They don't.
He's
He's already off.
Oh yeah, he just kind of showed up.
All right.
I mean, we're all pretty crazy around here, so he kind of just fits in.
So sometimes you survive the chaos by just following in the wake.
Interesting. So, I know Charon, of course, but the rest of you. I did not get your names.
I'm Jinx.
Wonderful to meet you.
You as well.
And
Oh
the others-
shit! I've actually got a title now. I'm Grunk. I'm a warlock of Poseidon.
My brother has a
Yeah,
warlock.
yeah. It's pretty cool, honestly. He seemed pretty excited about it.
Yes, you are his first. No wonder.
Whoa! Ah,
And you?
what? He didn't give me a sticker or nothing for that. Come on.
Oh, me, I'm with you.
Nice to meet you all. If you would like, we do have supplies.
I'm back. My name's Hati. He just hands him 2 hearts.
Thank you for the he takes them very confused. I have not gotten a
You haven't been offered hearts in a while.
correct.
I figured it was the thing to do.
Mostly money.
Like you get to eat them instead of I get to eat them. That's just,
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure the last people who tried your brother went down.
Say that one more time.
Pretty sure the last group that tried was like smitten by your brother or something.
Yeah, Zeus really dislikes when I get more attention than him.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I gave you presents and not him. And I gave him a middle finger.
Do you need a patron, possibly? I do like you.
Ah. Patron as in...
Just like your friend here.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, oh, wait, no, not a warlock thing. I'm not into warlock things. There's just too much magic and it's confusing. I do science. And he just pulls out like 12 beakers full of ridiculous poisons.
Mm. Interesting.
I'm
Where-
one for slashing and dashing.
Have you met, I believe his name is Asmodeus.
I have.
No.
He would very much like you.
Funny that you say that. He's kind of my father. Well,
Ah, one of
figure.
his many children then.
Yeah, I've killed most of my families.
Interesting.
But I
I mean,
like
I'd
this
say
one, so
I'd say samesies, but I feel like that's not a good thing to high five on.
we can.
Oh, okay, great. And then just you get a bloody handprint back.
Cool. Just like wipes it on her. Most of what she's wearing is leather, but
All right. So you need transport. Where to?
Scorchville.
Yeah, ideally Scorchville. If not, and as
I-
close as we can get to that.
Don't believe Scorchville has a
Yeah.
transport circle.
What's the nearest one that does then? Or the closest one to Scorchville that does, rather.
Technically, my
Hades,
home.
is there not a route through the Hells?
You wish to go to the new hells.
Oh, no, don't make me take the train again. That sucked ass the last time I tried to do that. We were waiting in line, and then that whole shadow thing. Hey,
And
would
you
you
all have
remember
been
that?
there.
It's not a wish necessarily. It's just knowledge that there is a circle there.
There is, but I worry about its safety.
Oh yeah, trust me, I do too. It's got to be pretty bad down there by now.
How bad? Haven't visited in a while.
Last I heard, the Asmodeus person I referred to earlier had started a rebellion and had actually knocked Lucifer from the throne.
Oh,
So theoretically, wouldn't it be safer there then?
His dad probably isn't happy about that.
There was a military front pushed
well,
as immediate backlash.
I
Well,
mean,
let's get back around to how close can you get us?
I have effectively a friend to a town to the north.
That would be Darkborough.
No. One a
No,
little to the south of Darkborough.
yes. There's a small town there. It doesn't have a name. It's very much like this one. It's a refugee town.
At least gets us to the other side of the river.
And to whom would we owe the pleasure?
The problem is I don't know who it is there.
Well, one way to find out.
I have not had direct communication. It has been through letters brought to me by survivors.
all right. Well, the main thing is, has there been any mention of angels in those letters? As long as they're not in the picture, then that's fine. You can walk a little ways.
Of course there is. There was a town farther north and there's a town south. Both of which are taken over by,
Infested by the little buggers. Yeah.
Mm.
yes.
Okay, well,
Because
But
by
that
my
town specifically.
that town specifically should be safe. In theory.
Great. Theory is good enough for me. I mean, that's how all things start. Theory and then proved
Adele,
or disproved.
theory and then practice.
do you know anything of this town?
Did you just ask for her?
Yes.
I've been holding onto an article of clothing the entire time.
You
Except for
didn't
the
say
brief
that.
moment I left and came back.
Yeah. And no one has been watching her?
We were assuming Volley would be watching her. Because he knows better.
Usually, like, observing every situation.
And also making sure people don't get too close to Adele because then they'll get angry. So he would have been watching her. Just saying.
Roll insight to see if he did his job.
And can I roll perception?
Yes, insight
Just
and or
to-
perception, one of the two. Because remember, those two are thick as thieves. He might be in on the plan.
Yeah, but he's
So
also an
that's
idiot that shouldn't believe anything.
A 17
Insight or
plus
perception?
8. 25.
18.
21.
25, 18, 20. Okay.
25 over here.
25. Yeah. Oh. She's starting to sneak.
Absolutely
I
not.
splash blood in her general direction.
Does not care.
I pick up a heart and throw it directly at her head.
No, she's starting to sneak off, but as is Paul. It's what I should say.
Oh, I throw 2 hearts at both of them.
Takes them
you-
right out of Hades' hands.
Say
Sir,
something.
I need these.
What you get is them both ducking and like he'll walk back. She said she was going to leave. I was going to stop her.
Yeah, that seemed very accurate from your current actions. Get back here.
Insight check.
Are you doing another one or do you want me to keep your previous roll?
Up to you.
I'll keep it the previous.
Okay. Because we're talking about leaving.
What?
He's lying.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
I didn't even need to do the insight check to know you were lying. Your actions betrayed you. Get back here.
We thought if we went off, we might be able to hold them off for a bit
Oh,
longer.
yes. No, you thought that if you do this thing alone, that we won't have to go and then save your ass afterwards because you guys are so brilliant and so powerful. Shut up.
Okay. Defending it's not the problem. The problem is the bit afterwards. If you're captured, what are you two?
It's here from Adele behind him. The plan hadn't gotten that far.
Yeah, of course it didn't. Get back here.
The reason that we didn't leave you in that town is because, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but 2 no names is way worse than 1 no name. 3 is even worse than 2 no names.
Yeah, and the fact that Valley, have you been purged? We were just hoping that we could get away and meet back with you guys.
No. You stay.
Okay.
Hey, we take care of kicking their asses after we find the stuff we need, all right?
And now we can actually determine where we're going to fight and draw them there, so we at least have the benefit of the
Exactly.
battle round.
We give
Besides,
ourselves
that-
that tactical advantage.
And besides, that document list gave us a list of allies we could pull from.
Yeah, that too, actually.
Did you not look at them?
You know, the
Oh,
book that you
okay.
had
I-
these
I-
people
they
like,
look at each
running
other.
around looking for.
Grunk like pops his head into his shell for a moment and then comes back out with the papers. All right, I found them. It just gives them to whoever else wants to read
This
them.
one in particular, he points at one of them. And you know exactly which one I mean, the Monkey King one. It's just this guy. There's no way they could stop him. And you just think, oh, yes, no, we two are clearly the most powerful out of all of them, and that we can survive and do all these things. I watched you die from Thor and you from Vidar. Both of you shut up.
You just see them kind of stand there like, fuck. This could not get any
Put it
worse.
simply,
It's like when you catch a pet like eating your shoe or something. They're just sitting there like, oh.
What were you
It's like
saying,
being
Shadow?
I'm going to put it simply. We don't have the time, energy, or resources to keep chasing after the two of you. You want to run off and do this? Fine. It just means everything we've done is for no purpose, and we have no reason to continue forward.
All right. Let's. I hate
Hey,
trying to.
Hades, you have any one of those like those chips that they put in dogs?
No, Haiti, no need for it. We're not going to chase after them anymore. We're not going to keep an eye on them anymore.
I mean the ones specifically that electrocute them when they get too far away from you.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you have like a backpack we can just like put a chain on? Have you ever seen those things for like the little kids that like
Technically,
to
you
run
guys do
off?
have a chain. I'm just saying.
Actually, yeah.
Which I refuse to use for the purpose you want to use it for.
Yeah, I'd also have an issue with that.
None of the above. If they run off, they run off. We're not chasing. We're not coming to the rescue. We're not your backup.
Well, so
Wasn't our plan.
only a caveat of that plan is might end up having to fight the two of them at that point. That's a little bit scary, don't you think?
I
I wish they'd had enough forethought to not have that be a potential outcome.
Yeah, you'd think after thousands of years of being alive, they'd be at least a little intelligent.
That's my point.
Anyways, back to Hades. Sorry, so sorry about this.
That's my point, Grunk, is if they get captured, everything we've done is pointless anyway. They need to buck up and make the decision whether or not they're willing to risk it.
All right, well, fair enough, I guess. Anywho, I got some travel to figure out, don't we?
Yes,
So-
we do.
Can I just ask? So I know we're after the documents. Are there any other things that we need to be getting while we're out running around?
If you are looking for documents, correct?
Yeah,
That's
we
from
got
my
three
understanding.
towers. We got 3 towers worth already, I
Right.
think.
So did you
The
find
last-
anything in like the town that you destroyed that might be important?
Darkborough?
Like north of Darkborough where I found y'all? Because you don't tend to just nuke a town for no reason.
The one that's all water, yeah. No, that was Darkborough, wasn't it? Because that was the first. That was the first
Mm.
tower. That was when I came back from that.
I
That's
mean,
what I
you
came
lost
back from
somebody
the
and found
train
like an
station.
inert shard kind of thing.
There.
Oh,
There was a-
yeah, the cultist place. Yeah, that one.
You went. Was that
No,
you all?
we just
that
went there
destroyed
because they
it?
were racists.
Yes.
We just went there because we didn't like them.
I cleaned up.
How many was that total? So it was probably a lot of work for you, actually. Sorry about that.
150, 200.
Nice, not too bad, huh?
Nice.
You all.
Oh, they were all the crazy people.
A few weren't, but you know, if whatever lets you sleep at night.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
You
There's
all
just
destroyed
one.
it.
yeah. Well, some of us here, just a couple of our friends, have kind of gone off after that. One guy, we had it was like a wizard or something with us. He blew himself up. And a
Oh.
little lizard friend, he touched no, he didn't touch. He got what's the thing? The brain sickness. from
Awakening
the-
sickness.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's got
Look at
that, and he's
that.
at the library right now. He's just kind of comatose, I think.
I had other business.
What a little guy.
It sounds like you all have been through a lot if you took on that town by yourselves.
Well, I mean, Isley helped us out as well. And one of our other friends, I don't know where Mitsuo went off to, but he
You know, I
helped us
did
out with
briefly
that
get
too.
I did get a weird letter from it. Just said, "Obi, help people, watch after pretty ladies and friends."
Yeah, that sounds a bit like Obi.
The point is, it's been dealt with and we need to move forward.
Have you found the location of the ritual yet?
What ritual you mean?
So from my understanding from the, as you would call them, spirits that I spoke to before leaving my home, there was a ritual done where, in an attempt to free Kronos from his chains.
Well, I mean, I'd imagine that would have been it then, because all those people were all of his fanatics and cultists and shit.
From my understanding, it went awry, and that's why. And he motions to the just everything. The world is like this. It went wrong.
Was that us? Trying to think. Was that us? I actually don't remember.
No.
Okay.
No.
No, I don't think that one was us, but
But
it was
have you
probably probably at
found-
that place.
Have you found the location of it?
Not yet, but that's
Don't-
what
Don't think so.
papers or finding.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll be in the fourth set of papers we gotta find now.
Because
Oddly
If-
enough, it seems like each one is giving us more and more information.
I'm hoping that
Almost
if
sequentially.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Chat didn't break me this time, y'all did.
I mean, fun fact, the last party that you guys have been hearing about went missing
Oh,
just outside Scorchville.
Oh,
yes, I
That's
do know
intriguing.
about them. Problem.
they're the ones that tried to kill each other, right?
They did.
Oh,
From my understanding, there was an argument on board of a ship headed to Scorchville after one of them attacked the Kraken without warning or need. And it ended with an all-out fight that I believe has ended all of their lives.
oh, that's too bad. Really a lot of good information lost to those idiots, huh?
They set us back years.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we're here.
Interesting. All right, I will try and get
Finishing
you
what
together.
they fucked up.
You honestly can't do any worse.
Oh, that's comforting. At least we know there's a threshold we can't beat.
And looks to Volley and Adele and kind of motions himself so that only you all can see him or see what he's about to say. Including with those two idiots, I think you'll be all right.
Oh, wow. Them two included, we still can't do worse. That's good news.
They took I believe, a tiefling with them. I believe I don't know her name, actually. But
Desdemona?
yes, I believe that is it. She was of very little help. And if anything, was more of an annoyance for a child.
I mean, the annoying thing is being the child, having to blame your parents because they're being idiots. Parent. Mom died in childbirth. Still, what?
Sense, bringing sense to parents. That's always fun.
Well, while all this reminiscing and all is fun, why don't you guys get the supplies that you're going to need so we can get
Yes.
the show on the road? Because the more we sit around here gabbing, the more of those
Oh.
agents are going to throw at the doors.
Your friend is correct. We should get going before, well, you all should get going. We'll make
I'd like
sure
to imagine that Jinx has already grabbed food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's just boxes of it around what would have been the dance floor and the bars and like other necessities are around.
And a couple of other things. Could I roll investigation to see if there's anything cool that would be of use?
Sure.
That's very vague, I'm sorry.
I would like to look for a leather worker if
I'm
there
gonna
is
do the
one.
same.
Like even if he's not like actively making stuff. There's just a guy that looks like he works with leather. I just want to like find him and ask him to make something.
Investigation then.
Okay.
I have also looked for cool things. I found
Oh,
20.
I
You
accidentally
rolled
rolled
22.
twice.
Dirty
Uh,
20.
12. The second one was just a misclick.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if Wood is willing to help out with the like teleportation circle thing.
Yeah, I'll get Narfi and Woodja. You guys are gonna go ahead with Hades to the teleportation circle. Right? Is that what you're doing, Woodja, or no?
Don't got anything else to do. I don't need any of these supplies.
Okay. You guys, what you do find that would be cool, it's
End of assist and could help.
and could help. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Hati, you find a deck of cards.
Ooh. I know
Uh-oh.
exactly what these are, and I already want to pull one.
Please don't until next week when I work on this.
Oh,
Runctus.
I'm just gonna nuke a town by just drawing the entire deck.
Grunk,
Nice knowing you.
you don't. Unfortunately, you do not find anything. And you said a 20?
Dirty 20, not a net.
30, 20. I'll find something for you. Just give me a week. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, just one
Mhm.
one thing. I wasn't looking for like items. Yeah.
What were you
Was
looking
there?
for?
I wanted to find a leather worker
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
Oh, yeah, that's much lower. You do find somebody, but they look very beat up after fighting.
Mm.
Like, they're getting medical attention.
I could assist.
I mean, I have Smith and Tinker's tools, but that's about it. And alchemist supplies. And thieves' tools.
Woodja and Narfi. He shows you the way to the teleportation circle. It's in a small room off the back, even off of the, what I would call the office. Like, especially, what you get is that this was an escape route in case worst case scenario happened for the owner of this building. That is what this teleportation circle is.
So the city it goes to is like your hidey hole.
Effectively, I believe that's what it was. I just took over this building after I was told that Neckmore may need help.
So we're going in blind. All
I'm
right.
sorry. The person on the other side told me that this was safe, and that they are an ally. They assured me of it. Many, many times.
We're gonna have to take the chance. We don't have any other options.
I mean, should we scout ahead, or no benefit there?
No, I'm thinking we should scout ahead because if it's a trap, at least not all of us are getting in it.
I can agree with that. Do you have any way of communication back?
If you guys brought me, wait, unless.
Perhaps the earring that he's wearing.
Ah,
Hearing? That'll do.
All right, if you all, please be careful. I don't know who will be meeting you on the other side. And that does make me cautious. So please be prepared to fight if needed.
I'm always ready for a fight.
And you, my friend?
It'll be fine.
I
Even
hope
if things come to worst, running is always an option. Well,
All right.
until it isn't, but you know.
I wish you safe travels, both of you.
All right, Boatman, let's get this party started.
So you guys step on the teleportation circle. It lights up like it's supposed to. And you're off. Hati, Jinx, and Grunk. Because I also imagine that you guys are the ones also watching Volley.
Jinx, I'm gonna
I've been
I feel
carrying
like
them in
Jinx
the-
is
Sorry, no.
she is basically like bodyguarding at the door. Just like
They're not trying to escape anymore.
she's chilling, she's just making sure.
Hades walks out. Your friends have gone ahead to scout for you. We are
Well,
waiting
let's go.
back for a reply.
Hopefully one of them actually knows how to get a message back or something.
Of course. And he'll show you guys there too. Woodya and Narfi. As you appear on this other teleportation circle, a very familiar face is there to greet you. So, I'm so happy to see that you all actually got my letters. So Hades has been in contact, yes? Loki is
Who?
standing in front of you.
It's good to see you again, my friend.
Same. And he goes to shake your hand.
Shake his hand. And then use the earring and message Grunk. Come on through.
Are we certain it's him?
Roll Arcana.
I'm
Can
pretty
I
certain it's him and not an
recommend
illusion.
that Charon gets
Yeah, Charon.
advantage due to
yeah.
the fact that this is his dad?
Yeah, you kind of should get advantage.
That
Otherwise, it's a 19.
do I look?
Yes, it is him.
It is him, not an illusion. Okay.
It is actually him. I was going with the 3. I was like, it's not him. Run. That's what I was gonna do for that. But yeah, it's him.
Okay.
It's actually him.
I am more surprised that it's actually him than it isn't.
Back to the other group. Grunk, you get the message. Come on through.
Oh, well, doesn't sound like they're immediately dying, and Woodja doesn't sound too upset. So, actually, kind of sounds a little bit happy. Even that's a new one. All right, well, sounds like we're all good to go on through.
Do you all go on
then.
through together or one at a time?
I'll go through first. If no one else is stepping towards the circle right away.
I will wait
Yeah,
for Adele and Volley to go through before I do. So I've been dealing with this all day. No.
Okay. Jinx, when you get through, it's Loki. So Grunk and Jinx, you said you guys went together or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Hati with Adele and Volley, you 3 get through. It is Loki on the other side. Greeting you all.
Hey, Granddad.
Trying to remember if Loki has actually met Hati yet.
Probably not.
I don't think so. So, yeah, hearing that, he's like, "You're one of mine?"
Weirdly, yes.
You're
That's
surprised.
a long story.
Not exactly. Kind of. Yes.
I mean, it's
I did say
his.
granddad.
Points at Volley's. Actually, he hasn't seen Volley, has he?
Yes, he did. He was there when
Oh
Volley
yeah,
came
okay.
back.
He was there for that whole thing. I don't remember when he disappeared.
He stayed in Asgard while you guys left to deal with stuff. All right. We have you all back. Let's try and keep it that way.
Yeah, we should. Looks
You send them
directly
somewhere
at
where they're not
about
gonna like stray
infidel.
away from, maybe.
Looks at Hati. They're trying to be the big heroes again and do it all on their own, aren't they?
Yep.
Walks up behind them both and slaps them both on the side of the head. We've talked about this before. No. You're not heroes. You're being stupid. No. And you just see them both like kids who's gotten very much in trouble with dad.
And they're
So
supposed to be
that's
my
how you
adults.
deal with them.
Here they're still pretty much children.
And I thought I was the youngest one here. She says jokingly.
You might be surprised. As far
What
as
do you
age
mean?
as far as age go, yes, they are technically probably older than all of you. In personality, they'll forever be children together. The minute these two idiots get together, it's like two 5-year-olds who haven't seen each other in zillion of years.
Given the,
Zillions.
I'm probably by age the youngest one here, given that.
Haven't you been in the Infernals?
Yeah, so
Time runs differently there.
as far as I'm concerned, I'm still in my double digits.
How long were
Quads.
you in the Infernals? In hell?
Since I was 15, I'm
Okay, I don't mean
21
to
now.
interfere, but you do realize it is rude to give you the information you're about to give.
You are correct. I do not want to, as it is said, burst your age bubble.
Well, now I'm curious.
And now you have
Time runs
permission.
differently.
Yes. Your friend.
You're
Desdemona, right?
Yeah.
Yes. She's in her, I want to say 500s.
Okay.
And how long have you been with her?
Since I was 15, I'm 21 now. See, I feel like Jinx is probably not as bad at math as I am personally.
6 years.
Roll a d6.
Yes. I believe you're a little older than you think, Jinx. By a few hundred.
Okay. See, it's not disrespectful because you're not asking me how old I am. You're telling
No.
me.
I'm trying to help you in hopes. Please tell me I'm not being rude.
No.
Okay.
Like, I'm genuinely just curious. I thought I was 21. So
No, you're probably closer in your 221s. 321s.
Grunk to himself, just like, oh, well, shit, I died in my 30s. How old am I? Jesus Christ, how old am I now? How does that work?
I am 1,286.
Oh. I think you've got me beat.
Yeah.
should I start calling you
Just a
Grandpa?
little bit.
Well, they're older than I am. I mean, I was born around the year 700.
Let's not split hairs
It
on
was the late
age.
700s.
Let's not split hairs on age.
You gave up counting, didn't you?
Let's not, please.
It's okay. I Stop count. I lost count a while ago too.
Good.
I don't really count. I just need to know what year it is.
All right.
Oh yeah, because yeah, right.
You just
One
do the
tower
math from
left,
there.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
just
Tower.
Scorchville left now.
All right.
So I mean, we're not going after anything else.
Is there more? Is there more stuff
Well-
to find?
I mean, did you not see anything in the? I mean, you guys were gone for a while. Had some kind of like
Yes.
revelation before you guys got back to me, Nix and Adele, or not Nix, Jinx. So close.
Unfortunately, we have found what is possibly the location to find El himself.
Oh, did you find the ritual thing? I just found that.
Not
it
the
wasn't
ritual. We have
oh.
not found that yet. We've been searching.
Huh.
But we did find where he is.
Oh, okay.
Have any
That's-
of you
That's
ever
arguably better, isn't it?
No. Have any of you ever heard of black sand?
Can't say that.
DM?
Is that
Unless
where
I've
the Kraken was?
No. This is where he is. He was chained into a cage and lowered below the waters. If you've ever had a nightmare drowning and a voice speaking to you, that would be him.
This is one of the few times I'm glad I don't sleep.
Well, I mean, I'm not the greatest at remembering any dreams, so
And also we found out how. Some of you may know that El Kronos is not the deity of time. All right, none of you knew that, all right.
I mean, it's a little confusing keeping some of them straight.
He
like
was
there's
not.
Kronos the Titan and Kronos the deity of time.
Yes,
It's just there's so many.
there's two separate ones, the father and the son. The father, Kronos, was a Titan, a primordial of time. Well, a primordial. I'm sorry, the words for me kind of mean the same thing. I know they are very different. But
I mean, and history nerd, not mythology nerd, suddenly taking over. Primordial, then Titan, then God.
I
know we've seen them all,
yes.
but keep going.
He was murdered by his son, the god of the harvest. His son took a shard and ate it. We found out that's how he's gotten his abilities.
It seems like his only real ability is to eat things.
Look suspiciously at Volley.
Volley is just very like, wait, what? He's just as confused. He's not heard this. The only one who doesn't look confused is Adele. He killed his father, killed his father's wife after she flew into a rage and killed one of his right-hand men. And
well,
that is why he has those abilities. We don't know what else he has now. We don't know what shards he has stockpiled to effectively take in a fight.
Well,
All right, well, that's good to know.
That is a bit concerning, yeah.
Whatever happened to The primordial sun. Not the Titan, but
Which
the other
one?
primordial.
His wife?
The sky.
His son, Kronos' son, I believe his name was Aether. Aether. He was murdered by, her name was Anarchy. She found out that Aether sided with El, supported him even. She flew into a rage and murdered him, shattered him. Fully.
Mm.
We don't know what has happened to those pieces. That is one of our
Mm.
fears. That El has those.
Yeah, that's no good.
We don't know. So many of them are dead or gone or missing. We don't know.
Well, I mean, in that case, what's the kind of plan of action then?
All we
A
can
little bit of
do.
a Cold War, isn't it? Don't really know what the enemy's got. They probably know everything that we got, so it's not. We've kind of got the upper hand
The
with
only
that.
hope we have in this is Gabriel. He's been feeding us information. Well, that and Uriel. They seem to be our two men on the inside. Well, entities. They don't. Exactly. It's confusing.
Yeah, the
No, but I
whole,
know what you mean.
whole thing of like rings and eyes and all that stuff. It gets pretty
Yes.
weird.
Yes. Well, in that form.
Yeah.
Most of the time they just like to switch between male and female. So I never know what gender to use with them. They, I guess.
Yeah.
They both
Also that.
have been our inside people, giving us as much information as we can. That's how they found this out.
Okay. Well, how close do you think they would be to his stash if he's got one?
Gabriel not close enough and Uriel not at all. But
Oh, well, I guess for now, the only thing to do would be to find the last documents. Maybe they got something for us.
hopefully they
Any
will.
information is a step closer.
That is the information that we've gotten. I've been searching. Who else have you seen?
Oh,
Who? We've seen a few people.
Anyone else that might be on our side?
Other than our stunt with Odin,
And then there
our
was
allies
the.
are pretty scarce.
I mean, there's Dream Idiots.
Raphael
we
appears
got
to
that
be a
guy.
double agent, but I am not sure how much I trust him.
I wouldn't
Oh,
trust him.
What about the what's his name? The vampire guy. What's his stance on us?
You met Ambrose.
Yeah, we did. That was a fun
And
time.
none of you died?
No, surprisingly, yeah.
Actually, I believe one was adopted.
Yeah, actually, yeah. One of our friends actually got adopted by him. Well, adopted. It's a interesting word to use for that, but
Employed, adopted.
I
Look at
mean,
me.
it's probably the
Same
same thing to him.
thing.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Yes. All right then. All right. We need to prepare. We need to take time and we need to prepare.
So I guess we do the 4th. And what are the chances we can sway dragons?
You want to try to talk to Kiers? To the Kiers?
I mean, we haven't made enemies of them yet.
Well, I mean, once Mitsuyo gets back, we might have a bit better of a chance with that. Don't know what he's off to, but he'll probably be back eventually.
He could be back sooner than you think. She points to her normal ass self.
I mean, maybe that's not gonna work. You don't have all of his knowledge about that stuff.
I mean,
And
I can
Mitsuo
speak
could
his
show up.
language.
Just
Could.
no, and as the weird nature of us coming and going is, to begin with, he could be walking through that door right now. He just turns and starts staring at the door.
Yeah, no.
Any second now. Until next time. Sorry.
If he's not back in time, it could be all we've got.
All right.
Just opening up the options.
You
Yeah,
all go rest. We do have beds. We will make a plan in the morning.
Cool, because I don't think I've slept since I got here, and I kind of need to. And then at that, Hati literally just falls on the floor.
Up on aisle 9.
Say that again.
Pick up on aisle 9.
All right. Let us rest until we'll talk more in the morning. And with that, we'll actually end for tonight.
Gonna
We
murder
long
everyone.
resting.
Yeah, you guys are long resting.
And then I'm
Wow.
gonna spread their organs all over the place. Ain't beautiful.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to chat. I'm trying to think what else. YouTube stuff. That's right. Oh yes. Also thank you to Cars. You're awesome.
Yes.
So thank you guys for watching. To the people of YouTube in the future, if you watched all the way to here, please subscribe because you probably liked us at least a little bit. If not, you may have hated us and you may just want to burn us to the ground, which is also fine. You still watched. Make sure to ring the bell to know when stuff goes out. Thank you guys again for playing. Without you guys, this wouldn't be a thing. So thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Mhm.
With you, we wouldn't be playing.
So night, y'all. That's what I'm gonna say. And also be nice to each other.
Hey Siri, play I Will
Hey,
Remember
no,
You.
Stop it. Why are you this way?